I can't wait to show you guys how the bowling cake turned out after you all came up with so many great ideas to help me make these bowling pins. To complete them, I added a classic red stripe made out of fondant. The cake itself is a chocolate lover's dream with chocolate cake, chocolate buttercream, and mini M&Ms. The colors for the party are vintage retro yellow, red, and blue. I took the leftover yellow fondant from the cake and mixed it in with some brown fondant, which I used to marble to get a wood grain effect. I then cut it into rectangular pieces like the boards that would line a bowling lane. My toxic trait is that I like to do things quickly and I often don't spend a lot of time measuring them out perfectly, so I did have to rework these pieces a little bit to get them to fit, but I'm happy with how it all came together in the end. Moving on to the bowling ball itself, I decided to make Rice Krispie treats in order to get a really round and lightweight shape. I poured them out into a dish and then let them cool a little bit before greasing up my gloves and then pushing them gently into a round shape, which I'm kind of used to doing since I make so many cake pops. I pushed a lollipop stick into the ball so I could attach it to the cake later and then covered it in buttercream so that I could stick fondant onto it. I marbled the fondant like you see on bowling balls, and then I started sticking it onto the Rice Krispie treat, which was really hard to put fondant onto a round object. I've never tried this before and it was very frustrating. Getting back to the cake, I started placing the bowling pins to see how I would space everything out. In part 1 and 2, a lot of you suggested making the bowling pins solid, but I didn't want to do that because I knew I wanted to use these straws to hold them onto the cake. Now popping on the bowling ball and adding the number 6, then I traced his name from a printout onto fondant before adding that to the cake. And here is the retro bowling cake reveal I've been dying to show you guys. Thank you again for all of your help. We worked together to make the birthday boy's dreams come true.